let's put the foot down. I see, we'll spin, we'll spin, we'll spin, we'll spin. Let me put the foot down. You see, the traction control light keeps coming in, like. Because guys, we are on top of the highway right now on this bridge, but we have a reason why we are here. Anyway, welcome to the channel. It's Ibua, and I appreciate that you're here with me today. Look, we're shooting this car earlier, and when we were shooting, we remember that you guys requested something about it, because the last time we were parked on this exact spot, we were in the Xxxxxx. It was drizzling a bit, but at the time you requested that when we get the Tiggo 8 Pro Max, we need to bring it here as well to see how it performs on gravel. And today we have it, and we're going to take it to the gravel road to see how it performs. Quite interesting, because I said, like to some of you in the comments, I did tell you that of course this is a front wheel drive and it has a lot more power, because it has 187 kilowatts, 390 Newton meters of torque, which is more than what the Xxxxxx has. But we're going to see whether it can handle this, because it drives only on the front wheels and the Xxxxxx is an all-wheel drive. Okay, without further ado, let's see how it performs. Let's go. Okay, so let's hit the road and see how this performs. For those who may not be aware, this is the pre-facelift model of the Tiggo 8 Pro Max, but they have the same engine, the same 2-liter, 187 kilowatts, 390 Newton meters of torque. They just differ in just how they look, especially when it comes to the interior. The new one is quite amazing. I'll talk about that probably next week when we do the other review, because today we're just going to focus on the cover, you know. So yeah, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Okay, when it comes to driving modes, this is not necessarily made for off-road, guys, but you guys want to see this, so it's fine. It's all right, because it's just normal, sport, and eco. So I'm just gonna put it on normal, and yeah, we're gonna see how it performs. Let's let this Mazda pass and hit the road. Of course, let me not disturb this AVM. This is quite nice, guys. I mean, this is stunning, you can see. But yeah, I think they only have one color there, which is like white, and the rest, let's see how it goes. So you asked for this. Whew, okay, I'm so scared. Not that scared, but in a sense of saying you might not do well, because I'm worried. Okay, this is our first run with the Tiggo 8 Pro on gravel, and so far I think there's something rattling there, but I'm not sure if it's the seat belt holder or what's happening. But unlike in the Xxxxx, of course I have to be very careful, because I could feel when I was just driving it that if you put a lot of power under your right foot, yeah, you can get some wheel spin from it, because yeah, looking for 187 kilowatts from the front wheels only, it's not the easiest of things. So we can't just push it the same way that we did with the all-wheel drive Xxxxx, but of course we want to see how solid it is. And so far, yeah, I don't know, there's just some rattles there at the back, but otherwise overall it still feels pretty solid. I don't know. just want to listen to. Yeah, besides the rattling at the back, I think a lot of this car is solid. I was worried about suspension because it feels a little bit like it's on the firm side a bit, especially compared to that Xxxxxx one. And of course the advantage is that I think there was a snake on the road there. I don't know. But yeah, I think the advantage with that one is that of course it has the off-road mode, and I don't know how much it's changing the suspension to cater for that, but otherwise it does actually help. And this one, it jumps compared to the Xxxxxx. This is much more powerful. You can feel that under your foot. But hey, am I comfortable? I'm not sure as yet. I'm not sure as yet, because I can feel sometimes that the steering wheel is trying to fight with me, especially when you put the power down for it to just hold the wheels, because I think there's just a lot of wheel spin. If I do this, I can feel the wheel spin already. But it's holding down well compared to what I had in mind. Besides, of course, this is a long car. I mean, it's a 7-seater, and I do expect that it should feel a little bit more. You need to be a little bit more careful compared to a car that is more compact and it can actually do off-road stuff. So this is not made for this. I mean, the 18-inch wheels that are here, they're quite big. Of course, they do support a lot of in-cabin noises, but at the same time, I can't really say that for sure that they are protecting it completely. Okay, let's put the foot down. I see, we'll spin. Oh, but it's okay. I can't really complain, because you can see that now I'm doing like 96, 98, but it's not like I feel like I'm gonna die or anything like that. Just that I'm very careful, because I know it can get very slippery. Luckily, it's not a rear wheel drive, which means you can still regulate the tail just through controlling the front wheels, and a lot of cars are front wheels, so that helps a lot in terms of getting used to cars like this and not being worried. I can't take this curve like crazy because I don't want the tail to play with me, but let me hey. Seriously, this thing is just spinning its wheels. Like seriously, you really need to be careful with this car. It's not meant for this, but in terms of the panels and everything else, I think this is but it's holding up quite well. Besides the rattling that I feel at the back, I don't find it to be like too much that I wouldn't want to come back with it. It's just that the way it drives, of course, you just need to be careful, and you need to know the gravel as well, because gravel can be cruel sometimes. If you find the sandy part, it can throw you off, so you need to be very careful around that as well. But otherwise, let me put the foot down. You see, the traction control light keeps coming in, like to show you that it's helping you to hold things together. Let's see how it can do this. Okay. Okay, let's push it. Okay, this is the more rough side of the road, and I'm expecting some rain. Actually, it's a little bit better in some way, not entirely, especially when it comes to the panels on the dashboard, because then on the Haval you could get that rattling that happens because probably these plastics were close to each other. Here there's like hard plastic, and then there's some leatherish bits, so it helps a lot to contain the noises inside the cabin. It can easily just get to 100. This thing, it gets to 100 easily, and just like that you're doing just above 100, and it's not scary. I can't really say it's scary as much as it's something you need to hold on to the steering wheel for sure, because you don't have like all-wheel drive. But I'm just a little bit scared on the cabs, because it's it's a long car. I mean, it's a long car, but it's doing 100. I mean, it's holding up. This bit is also a little bit rough, and yeah, okay. But mostly I've been just around 100, so I can't really complain much about how it's holding up. Yeah, okay. We'll just compare, because now we just get into the tar road, to just listen to the cabin noises and compared to the ones that we just had right now on the gravel, just to get that sense of how different is it compared to when it's on the gravel road. Okay, let's see. We are here now. Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get in and pull out. Look at that! Bit of full speed, man. This thing is powerful, guys. Yo! This thing is powerful. This thing can go. I just wish it was all-wheel drive, because yeah, it was gonna be much better off-road. At the same time, I can't really say I was entirely comfortable compared to when we were in the Xxxxxx. Of course, it comes with a all-wheel drive, and when you have all-wheel drive, obviously off-road is going to be much better because it's mostly slippery. And when it comes to that, you can't really say that a car that has like rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive is going to be better than that. From that angle, I think, yeah, maybe the Xxxxxx was better. I can't really say I was entirely comfortable, because you need to know the gravel, you need to just be careful around the curves, of course, because this car is a little bit, you know, on the long side. And yeah, I think from that perspective, I would say that it's not bad. The panels are not entirely bad, but the rattling was there, and especially because at the back, I don't know what's rattling there, but something probably it's just rattling. I think it's the seat belt, but at the same time, I can't really say it's not solid. I'd be lying if I say it's not solid. It does feel solid, just that of course there's just too much power going to the front wheels, and because of that, yeah, it kills a little bit of comfort from your drive. Otherwise, on the open road like this, yeah, there's a lot that you can enjoy when it comes to this car, and for that we're going to cover that on the video that we were working on earlier on the road and living with this car. For today, I think I just wanted to show you how this car drives on the gravel road, and for that I say thank you for being with me here today. I will give you all the other details in the later video. Thank you so much, really appreciate it, and I am out. This thing doesn't do well with the dust. It was clean just now when we left, but look at the dust just from that drive. But yeah, it was quite dusty anyway. So yeah, this is how it looks right now. This is how it looks right now. All right, we're out. Thank you.